If you are doing this when it comes to OCD and anxiety recovery, you must stop it immediately. This number one thing that we see all the time, understandably so, is keeping you stuck, will not let you reach robust long-term OCD recovery, where you cannot tell that you have OCD 99.9% of the time. Yes, you have the genetics of OCD, but OCD doesn't have you. No, there's no reoccurring maintenance mantras. No, there's no ups and downs. I haven't had ups and downs in years. None of that. And this is it. Telling your thoughts that they are ego-dystonic, which is the opposite of acceptance. Before I go any further, please message Phil. Phil at OCDrecovery.com. Phil is a great guy. He does so much work behind the scenes. Please make fun of him. Start the email. Hi, yes, I'm wondering about this. Nick says you suck. Okay, what about this? But no, seriously, you're not really going to find anything like it. You see it. You watch our videos. I know you look at us and you think, these individuals look robust. Look at Jade's last video. Does Jade look like she's having ups and downs? Do I? No. Do we look like we need maintenance mantras? This is holding you back. Stop doing it. Let's jump into it. Okay. If I Google ego-dystonic, what does it say? Ego-dystonic is a term used to describe thoughts, emotions, or behaviors that are inconsistent with a person's values, beliefs, or self-perception. The term comes from the Greek words ego, self, and dystonic, opposite. Now, when you pull that up, almost everything that comes up is OCD, anxiety, rehab, anxiety, PubMed, anxiety, OCD, etc. So when someone types that in, all the information that they're getting is incorrect. All of it. And I know the AI goes to where you live, but my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all incorrect. All of it. In psychoanalysis, ego-dystonic refers to behaviors or values and feelings that are not in harmony or acceptable to the needs and goals of the ego. Incorrect when it comes to OCD and anxiety recovery. Also, incorrect in general. Remember, this book isn't called, unplug my laptop, Stubbornly Refuse How to Make Yourself Miserable Unless You Have OCD and Anxiety. No, this is for everyone. Okay, now, let's talk about why it's a misconception. OCD is more than likely a highly genetic, severe mental health disorder that is operated and turned on from either an event, a traumatic event, luck, random light switch moments. We don't need to know. Once you're latched, the only way forward is to break down the beliefs. So, how do you break down your beliefs? You need unconditional self-life and other acceptance. Why? Because OCD is a belief disorder. Okay? Let's make a little bit of a chart here. Okay. So, at the top of the pyramid, we have OCD. OCD is a belief disorder. And underneath that, you have different columns. And those columns are symptoms. So we have thoughts. We have images. We have sensations. And we have urges. Okay? But the top dog is the belief. And then in between here, what keeps it locked in is obviously compulsions and avoidance behaviors, self-reassurance, etc. If you're responding back to your thoughts with that's just an ego-dystonic thought, that is the opposite of unconditional self-acceptance. Unconditional acceptance and logic are not the same thing. Okay? Two circles, one's logic, one's unconditional acceptance. There's overlap in the middle. They're two separate things. You cannot logic your way out. Pure logic is not unconditional. Okay? Logically, I know that I've never harmed someone with a knife. I know it, logically. I have no memory of it. That's not unconditional acceptance. Unconditional acceptance is even if I lost control and hurt someone with that knife. As unfortunate as that would be, it would not define my personhood because there is no such thing as good and bad people. You cannot categorize 8.1 billion people into good and bad people. The human condition is too complex. This is why we have a book on the reading list called The Myth of Self-Esteem and why all moral-related fears stick. Because people are telling you that your thoughts are ego-dystonic, which is the opposite of even if it was true. Even if I did that, the 0.0000001% chance it's true. I can learn to accept myself. Acceptance doesn't mean agreement. But that sounds a little bit different than reoccurring mantras with, that's an ego-dystonic thought. Those are just ego-dystonic. That's not really who I am. But then your OCD just fires back, boom, with, whoo. But what if it's real? Whoo. What if you're wrong? Whoo. What if you're the exception? It's not going to work. I don't have to use maintenance mantras. I accept my worst case scenarios. I accept the possibility I could lose control and cheat one day, and so could my wife on me. I could lose control and harm someone. I had really bad anger my whole life. What if it comes back and I harm someone and I get a domestic, a manslaughter charge on the road? Oh, it happens. That big actor in Mexico a year ago. Road rage, punch someone, they pass out, they hit their head, they die. I would never do that. That's an ego-dystonic thought. That is reassurance. That is 100%, not 99, 100% reassurance. I have to be stern on that. Look at the people who are telling you to do that. Do they look like they have strong, robust recoveries? Do they look like they can handle long-term problem solving? Do they look like their structure in their life is great? Don't fucking think so. And it is so important to state that. And I always say, the individuals that are constantly telling you ego-dystonic, if we went out to a vacation, I'm sure we'd have a great time. We have 99% of things in common. We're humans. Might like some beers, like a shot of vodka, like chicken parm. If you don't like chicken parm, there's something wrong with you. But it's not the correct information for OCD recovery. The way you recover is by breaking down your core fears and wearing your intrusive thoughts. Not talking back to them with maintenance mantras, not telling yourself that they're ego-dystonic over and over again, day in, day out. No, you're accepting the possibility that even if it was true, that you could accept it. No, Nick, there's no way. I can't be that. I can't do anything with my POCD or harm OCD. No way. It's like when people say this to me. Non-sufferers. Did you know that you could hurt someone one day? No, I would never do that. Yeah, you know who else has said that? People who have lost control and hurt people. If I went back in time 12 years ago, think about someone who's done something really bad. Imagine I went back in time 12 years ago. I showed up, Doc Brown, right? Marty McFly, Doc Brown, Back to the Future. Hey, what's up, dude? I'm from the year 2024, November 15th. What's up, dude? At 10:43 a.m. my time. Now it's, let's say it's 2012. Did you know that in 12 years from now, you're going to lose control in an anger outburst? And you're going to take someone's life. What? I would never do that, dude. No way. Ah! You don't know that. No one knows what the future holds. This is why this is nonsense. This is why it keeps you stuck. This is why you will remain stuck. You will remain stuck unless you change this. I promise you that right now. There is no maybe. You will 100% stay stuck, coasting with up and downs with chronic OCD for the remainder of your human existence until it says RIP on the gravestone if you keep responding back to thoughts with ego-dystonic or ego-syntonic, whatever these fancy terms mean. Also, people like to sound really smart. That's an obsession that people have today. I like to, sounds really good when I say that's an ego-dystonic thought. Why can't we just say it's just a thought against what you want to do? Because it doesn't sound smart. It doesn't sound elegant. And I have to sound smart and elegant. And I have to have conditional self-acceptance. Nothing wrong with these words, but that's what a lot of people do. Something to think about, a little bonus in there. So, let's sum it up. OCD is a belief disorder. Thoughts, images, sensation, urges have to be worn and learn to play out without engaging, which will take months and months, potentially a year or so, to learn how to do that. To feel confusion, to not solve. As you change your worst case scenario, with these books right here, that is how you bring down your fears with unconditional self-acceptance. So stop talking back to your thoughts with these statements. It doesn't work. It's why you're here watching this video. Ask yourself the opposite side of the question. If it's working, then why are you watching our videos? If what you're doing is getting you to where you want to go, then why are you watching my, RJ, Gemma, Sam, Elliot, all the other people's videos? Because something is askew. And that is, these individuals don't look like they have to respond back with ego-dystonic thoughts. No, because I accept my worst case scenario without liking it. So something to think about. Phil@OCDrecovery.com. Let me know what you think. Please reach out. Please tell me down below how much you don't agree with me. This is just one of those topics where people do that, which is understandable, right? We want to, no, it's not who I am. Ah! Ah! But all I have to say is, but what if it is? And then, no! So you really have to think about this. Again, Phil@OCDrecovery.com. Hope to hear from you soon. If you're stuck, if you're responding back with ego-dystonic, if you need help, please reach out. We can help you. We work all over the world, all time zones. Hope to hear from you soon. As always, enjoy the rest of your day.